Howdy folks, this is Jonathan, the Game Master for Demon Dayz, an actual play podcast with a focus on fiends and the friends who play them. We've got a great episode lined up for you, but first, we want to give a shout out to our amazing sponsor ArcKnight. Their detailed high-quality props, maps, and minis are a delight and bring the table to life. We also want to thank Gordon McAlpin for the artwork for our show. Being infernal has never looked so good. Like what we do? Give us a review on your podcast app of choice, and then hop over to our socials to say hi. That's These Demon Dayz on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And now, on with the show.
Friends, fiends! I've got large quantities of ale, and we've got one serious mystery ahead of us. Why don't you all gather around the table here, and we'll get started. Whoa, whoa, whoa! This barrel is mine! You need to fuck right off and get your own drink. Ma'am, I don't care who you are. You can be God's damn Zasthara for all I care. Ale, mine. Anywho, let's jump right in and see where this murder mystery takes us in these Demon Dayz.
Janesh is walking right up to you guys just as you are leaving, and he sees what you're doing. He nods and walks back into the room to Yewsif and Leysa. Yeah.
Did we want to get that list of names before you left?
No, have fun.
All right.
Yeah, Tomas is ready to see you.
Oh,
follow me.
Fantastic.
And he leads you to the room where Tomas Duran is sitting. It's about 4 or 5 rooms down. You see the basic bed. There's a desk off to the side with a chest and a small wardrobe. On the desk, you notice just with your basic passive is his dossier just sitting there. And Janesh walks in, makes his introductions. Yes, this is Tomas Duran. Tomas, this is... I'm sorry, I did not get your 2 names.
Oh, I'm Leysa. Hi.
Leysa, nice to meet you. And all I was told is you were RD.
You can call me Red.
Red? Okay. Red is Tomas. These people are very interested in the situation that we're... dealing with here, and I know you've been very worried with your stay here, and I'd like to personally explain or express that you are safe with us. We are very secure in this establishment. We've brought these people in to investigate, and there's nothing to worry about. Now, I must go to my other patients quick, and I will be back.
Can I actually follow the doctor and talk to some of the staff?
Sure. He starts to leave. You start to follow him into one of the rooms he's going into. He turns, I'm sorry, they are not seeing anyone except me. Are you looking for something?
I just wanted to ask some more questions, but I think I'll go talk to Poe.
Yes, Poe would be the perfect one to ask.
Okay, thank you.
I'm going
Before you go in, though.
Sure.
How'd you get that scar?
A long time ago. An accident as a kid.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Have you been feeling okay treating all these human men?
Other than being exhausted after a long day, no, I'm fine. Yeah. No, it's, believe me, when I realized it was all human males, I was like, should I quit? But... No, I mean, I'm not in any of the beds or anything like that. I seem to be fine. Like, nothing has attacked me. It's just anyone in our infirmary. Now, I must go to my patient.
Sorry, thank you.
Yes, no worries. He exits in there briskly, shuts the door gently, and you make your way out to Poe. And you are with Tomas.
Tomas?
Yeah. Hi.
How'd you lose the leg?
So, it was weird, man. Some creature just up and bit me. Fucking awful.
What'd they look like? What the creature? Can you describe it?
It had like a long snout with like teeth and shit, and it just kind of went like grr grr grr, and just nibbled my leg to bits. It fucking sucked, man.
That's very descriptive. What else did it look like aside from a long snout and teeth? Did it have wings? Was it large?
No wings. It was just a long, slithery serpent type thing with stubby little legs and big long snout with large teeth along the line. It was just kind of crazy.
Was its hide very rough? Not scaly, but it's skin.
Skin. Yeah, it was pretty tough.
Was it? Do you know what an alligator is? Or a crocodile?
Oh, one of the. Maybe. Yeah. It was an alligator, I think.
Yeah. Was its bite fierce, very strong?
Yeah. Damn near took me with it. Luckily, there was a few people at the port to fight it off, but it doesn't happen very often, I'm told. One of the lucky ones. Yeah.
Look down at his leg. You are.
Pretty gnarly.
How have you been feeling here at the rest of Eldath?
Well, a little more tired than usual. I wake up and I feel pretty worn out and like I don't want to wake up, but it goes away after a while, after the clerics come in and check and see how I'm doing. Really hungry usually in the morning, but
I see.
I'm not going to die, am I?
No, I don't think so. I think you're on the mend. But would you say you're continuously more tired than you were before? Like, is the fatigue getting worse the longer you're here?
Maybe. It is harder to wake up. Takes me a lot longer. I sleep in a lot more.
What time do you normally go to bed?
Well, usually with the healing and the medicine, I'm out by like 9 or 10.
I see. Okay.
Roll a investigation as you're talking to him. He's pretty unobservant, so
15.
you notice next to his pillow, just off the side,
A little bit of blood?
No, a few little strands of red hair near his pillow. And a stick, like a popsicle stick.
A stick and some red hair?
Yeah.
Voodoo doll.
Pick it up.
Oh, what are you doing? What's that?
I'm not sure. Do you know what this is? Is it sharpened stick or is it like a flat stick, like a tongue depressor? Like something you would see here in...
Like more of the circular kind, like more of the
lollipop stick?
Yeah, like a little lollipop stick, yeah. So more rounded, not the flat popsicle.
Is there any... I smell it. Is there any remnants of candy on it? Like if it looks like a sweet stick? Like a popsicle stick or a lollipop?
Yeah, there's like a citrusy smell to it.
Do you normally eat lollipops?
No, they don't. The staff don't let those in. I'd love some snacks. You don't have any snacks, do you?
I don't on me, no.
Fuck.
Do you have people visit you at all?
Not really, no. I mean, my family won't. They think I'm stupid as fuck. But the nurses, the clerical staff, they'll come in. They're pretty.
Are they? Any of them with red hair?
Well, just that one lady who stays like overnights. That what's her name? Josephina? No. She's really pretty though.
Really?
Yeah.
Abnormally pretty?
I mean, she's a woman, human, pretty.
Okay. You remember what her name is? You said Josephine?
No, I mean she's the front desk lady.
Georgina?
Georgina, yeah. Oh, pretty.
Did Georgina have red hair?
Yeah, she did.
And
while you're dealing with his thing, Leysa, you're with Poe. Oh yes, may I help you?
Yeah, I just wanted to ask a few questions. My friend Yewsif is a little bit more medically inclined, but...
Oh, yeah.
But you seem fun.
Oh, I mean, as fun as anyone can be working at a place like this.
That's fair. How long have you worked here?
For a while. Been working here a few years.
Do you have magic to work here? Or just the clerics?
The clerics have most of the magic. They try to teach us some cantrips every now and then to assist, but despite my half-elf heritage, she kind of twangs her ear. Don't get a lot of magic, unfortunately.
I don't either. It's cool.
Yeah. No, I wish. I would like to help more than I do. I just jump when the clerics say jump.
I'm sure you make a lot of people feel better.
I hope so. That's the hope. But what can you do? I've never seen your kind here before. Are you guys new here?
Just visiting.
Just visiting?
Yeah.
Okay. What are you guys doing? Like, just hanging out? What do you guys do for fun?
We have a lot of fun. We go out. We like trying local cuisine. We're really interested in some of the local wildlife, so we'll probably be doing a guided tour here in the next few days. But
oh, yeah. Who are you thinking of going with that? I have a recommendation if you don't mind.
We met this really cool girl named Scoil.
Oh, that's the one.
Oh.
She's fun.
Speaking of interesting people, though, your girl Georgina, she was buddies with my friend Yewsif. She's on the night shift.
Oh, yeah. She, poor thing, does so much work. She does the night watch is not very easy for her.
How come?
Just long hours. And sometimes we need enough help that she doesn't get to leave.
Oh, no.
I mean, it's the nature of the thing. I mean, thankfully I had some time that I could use to relieve her so she could sleep, but...
Does she work with a cleric at nights, or is she just on her own?
For the beginning of the evening, she's with the clerics, but then right around the turn of the day, usually the clerics clear out. They get to do that, and she's just making sure everyone is stable.
Have you both been on when these deaths have occurred? Like, have you had to see any of them, or has she?
She's been around for most of them, I think. I'm ashamed to say it, but I try to skip out of the night watch stuff if I can help it. I know that it's needed.
So they all happen at night?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't blame you for not wanting to be around for that.
I mean, I'm conflicted. As much as I want to help, I get a little bummed out sometimes here.
I don't blame you. Are you friends with anyone here, or do you try to keep it separate since it's so stressful?
I try to keep it separate. My work is my work, and when I leave, my work stays. It doesn't come with me if I can help it. It means I'm not the most popular person here, but I mean, it means I have a life.
Oh.
And I'm sorry that's mean.
I don't think it sounds mean at all.
Okay.
Life is all about balance, and it sounds like you found it.
Oh, well, that's good to hear. I'm glad I have someone's support.
Do you not feel like you have a lot of support?
Oh, I have no idea. Is there anything else you want to know?
When does Georgina come back in?
Fortunately, I think she's scheduled to come in this evening. I know she needs all the rest that she can get, but she's just so good at it. And we have so few people to stay the night.
It's tough.
Yeah.
Have you known any of these guys that have died, like outside of work? Or any friends or anything? Boyfriends?
I've seen a few of them. The only one who's seemed nice was that Sheeran fellow. Like, he had a wife, and he wasn't an obnoxious twit. Most of the guys are... Well, let's just say that I've been propositioned by most of them.
Oh, no.
Have you... I suppose you've seen one named Tomas, have you?
Yeah, well, I didn't...
What a fucking jerk he is.
Is he?
Ugh. Hey, pointy ears.
That's rude.
Yeah.
I like your pointy ears.
I like him too.
Where are you going to be tonight?
I'm out and about once my shift is done.
Well, we are new in town. What's a fun place to go?
Well, usually the bathhouse that we have.
We love bathhouses.
Let me see. There's a couple, but there's one that for me is the best. The Fervent Dip.
That sounds so fun.
Yeah, a little bit of a cheeky name, but it's
I like cheeky.
Yeah, it's tucked away, and they have they have both communal hot springs. They have private rooms for individual baths, and they even have actually people you can hire to help clean you, to bathe you. It's pretty nice. I'm telling you.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, well, thank you, Poe. I'm going to go
That's
back to Yewsif because Tomas sounds like a handful.
Oh, yeah. If anyone's with them, you might want to relieve them. But also, check out there's a bookstore, and it's touristy. I know. Touristy as fuck, but it's...
We are tourists.
But you're new here. So, it's called the Kissy Bits. It's a smut shop run by a person who can polymorph into a cat.
I feel like she missed out on much better names, but this is so exciting. You sound like a girl after my own heart. The other tiefling girl that was in here with me, you will love her.
Oh, I mean, she seemed nice.
She is.
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you, dear.
Yeah. And, there's also other taverns and a few brothels and things like that. But those are the ones to kind of check out here. And the books are boring. They're very political in nature. It's weird. Like kings discussing taking over territories and then fucking. And then back to, this land is my land, and things like that. It's kind of quaint.
This land is my land. This land is your
I love a good
land.
socialist lay, so thank you.
Yeah. Something for everyone.
Oh, God. I'm not there.
Yeah. But I'll let you get back to it. It's unfortunately, I mean, if you do anything during the day, I'm busy here, but in the evening I'll be free. But I definitely recommend the bathhouse as soon as you can get to it. It's relaxing and really nice.
Thank you.
Well, and if you see that Scoil, say hi.
Oh, I will.
And then she resumes her work. And it's back to you, Yewsif. I mean, as long as you're sure I'm not going to die, that's really cool of me. But do you know the lady out there? The half-elf, the one with the pointy ears?
Poe?
Yeah, oh, gorgeous. Don't you agree? Like, woo.
I mean, she seems attractive, yes.
Oh, come on, tell me you wouldn't hit that.
Do you behave this way around her? I can tell you, that's not the way to go about it.
I mean, you got to get their attention. You got to get it in there.
Well, I would say good luck with that, but I don't think you're going to have any.
And Leysa arrives at this time too.
Oh, thank God. I got some information here.
Me too.
Really?
Yeah, but I think maybe we should.
Leave?
Yeah.
Those are some really tall horns, miss. How do you walk through doorways?
When are you supposed to...
You just watched me walk through a doorway.
Oh, yeah.
Can I see your stump?
Okay.
She means the leg.
Oh, okay. Pulls the blanket up a little bit and you see the healed over stump.
Granted, if his penis was a stump, that would be really sad.
Oh, so many chode jokes. Is there anything like...
This one's name's the Thogua.
The wound looks like clean and stuff?
Oh, yeah.
and
They've been doing a pretty good job.
Not that I question them, but...
Yeah. No, he's not due to be there very much longer.
His bandages are like dry and everything. There's nothing on them but like ointment or whatever. They smell fine.
There's not even any bandages. This is at the airing stage. So he's...
Okay.
Yeah, I'm hoping I can go, tomorrow maybe.
Can I just like look around the room a little bit?
Sure.
Like, can I use my... I don't know. Like, I was a professional murderer.
Okay.
So...
You want to Dexter the place?
Yes. I'm just
Sure.
roll investigation. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, that's an 11.
Nothing really stands out. Pretty clean room.
Would I know in their... Like, would they be taking blood samples at all? Or would they have a way to do it? I don't know what the technology of this area is. Or how would they... Do they do bloodletting? Like, how's the...
Yeah, they do, but they don't see any implements here, and there's no... If they have been doing it, they haven't done it on him in a while, so... But there's nothing in the room.
But, like, it's not to the point where they actually have syringes and
Right.
stuff like that. Okay.
The room is pretty cleared out at this point.
Fuck. Well, if they do that, that wouldn't help. All right. I'm going to make sure I take the hair and the lollipop stick that I found. And when are you supposed to be released, Tomas?
Well, hopefully, fingers crossed, tomorrow. Yeah.
Okay.
I need to get out of here. I'm getting restless and want to show off my stump.
Right.
Yeah.
Restless leg. I'm going to stop there. Okay. Let's go.
Should we go meet up with our friends?
That sounds like a great idea.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. See you later.
Yeah, we'll talk to you later, Tomas. I might see you later on.
Yeah, say hi to Poe for me. Yeah.
Yeah, won't do. And I close the door.
On the way out, can I just ask Poe if she knows where Georgina lives?
Read my mind.
Oh, let me check. I don't think I do. Looks through a few documents at the desk and through some of the drawers. No, I'm sorry. Don't have anything.
Interesting. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Do you know where Ganesh would be right now? Is he on a rotation right now, or like where would?
Oh, Janesh.
Yeah, Ganesh. Where would I find him?
If anything, he's on his rotation. He's got a few more left before his break.
Okay. And Georgina's human?
Yeah, she's human.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, she'll be, like I was telling Leysa here, she'll be in tonight.
And Ganesh he's a cleric of Eldath? Like that's his...
Yes.
He follows?
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't have to be here, but generally their magic tends to work a little bit better in this establishment we've set up. I mean, you notice all the trees and vines and things. There was a lot of work to make it honoring to her.
How long has Ganesh been here?
For a while. I mean, as long as this place has been established.
Okay.
One of the senior clerics of it.
How about Georgina?
A year, maybe.
A year.
Yeah.
How long ago did the deaths start?
Oh, maybe a few months.
A few months ago?
Yeah.
Do you know if she has any family or anything?
Not really. Again, not really into the personal details.
Okay.
I've invited her a few times out. She's pretty, but...
She doesn't partake?
No, not really.
Okay.
A little bit more of a loser than I am.
You are not. We're going to hang out tonight.
Oh. Whatever.
I'm going to track down Ganesh before I leave real quick.
Okay. He's stepping out of the room. The room he was just in, and he sees you. Oh, yes. What's up?
Just had a quick question. Georgina is usually here. Is she normally here by herself?
Yeah, usually late. Especially tonight when she comes in. I'm probably going to duck out maybe before the turn of the day, just because I'm almost tapped. I'm trying to keep the spells I do have going as long as I can, but we're only in midday, so I've got a little ways to go.
How long has Georgina worked here?
About a year, just under.
And about how long have the deaths been happening?
Couple months? 2 maybe?
2 months?
Yeah.
Have you noticed any changes in the staff or anything like that shortly before or after the deaths happened? Or
Not really. No, we try to keep everyone as long as we can and do what we can. I don't like turnover that much.
Right.
And even for our clerics, I try to vet them as much as I can, and even treat with the Eldath herself, just to make sure that the magic's compatible, the deity is compatible. We try to be neutral, but we are leaning toward Eldath because she is a more neutral magic and not as aligned with the upper deities. I don't like getting meddled in all that stuff. There's a lot of back and forth.
No, neither do I.
Yeah.
Have Georgina and Poe ever complained about how they've been treated by patients? Not to say that they're not tremendously compassionate people, but
Maybe unwanted advances or anything like that.
Unfortunately, a lot of the males have been very forward to, primarily to Poe, but also to Georgina. And I've only heard it from Poe just because she'll wait a little bit, but she'll speak her mind. She'll let it out, being like, that guy's a dickhead. Or, maybe we don't have to cure him. Maybe Eldath can forgive this one. Jokes like that. And before you think that there's... we have a sense of humor here. We're not just stodgy.
I understand.
Eldath can laugh, all right?
Do you happen to know where Georgina lives?
Yes, roughly. Closer to the Port Shatter. So we have 2 ports on our little island here of Edgewater. We have Port Edge to the east, where you would connect to the mainland, and you could get to Trost and the Upper Stormcourt that way. But Port Shatter is where it leads to the deeper Shatterlands. And I think she lives somewhere around there, among the more ferrymen and fishermen, things like that.
Okay.
It's a much busier port than on the other side, but otherwise, yeah.
A lot more traffic.
Yeah.
I see.
Again, we don't turn around too many people, and when we have them come in, I visit their place maybe once or twice, and other than that, I don't really keep it to my memory too much.
Can you tell me... Investigative at 10. Can you tell me if you remember whereabouts, like landmarks or anything close to her place?
Not really. A lot of that area is really thick and compact. I would say I would ask around when you get close over there.
Fair enough. All right. Well, thank you so much.
Sure. I'm going to continue with my rounds, and
She comes back in around, 9, 10?
yeah, around there.
Okay.
Yeah, I wish I didn't have to call her in tonight, but yeah, one of our best, so.
Thank you, Janesh. I'll be in touch.
Sure. He leaves and bows curtly to you guys, and we switch our perspective over to Taslinn and Fetter. You all are standing in front of Pentas Pastries. Tucked between a couple random storefronts is a quaint little building with a cottage facade and a beautiful floral decoration all around. There's a decent-sized window to the side where a bunch of various colorful pastries are on display. A signpost sticks out from the right of the door that says Pentas in flowery script. The inside looks like a quaint little home, albeit with tables and chairs all around. There's a counter that has another display of pastries, and behind it, the proprietor. She says some farewell to a few customers and then scurries back and forth between a few other areas and doesn't immediately notice you. She's about medium height with jet black hair in a French braid down to the middle of her back. One eye is permanently shut.
Just so it's known, when we left the rest of Eldath, Taslinn, visibly relaxed.
Okay.
Just so that's out there.
Yeah, it's, I don't know. Something about sickness doesn't sit well with me. Something about, death, meat, whatever. I mean, fighting, that's one thing, but I don't know, the rot doesn't... Meh. Anywho, pastries, yes, let's get some.
Pastries make things better.
Yeah.
Better, Fetter.
Please don't. Hello. Greetings, salutations.
Oh, hi.
Hi,
My name is Diskin. This is Pentas Pastries. Welcome. We have a pastry for every occasion. How can we serve you?
I think we're gonna... we were just over at the old rest of Eldath, and, yeah. And,
I suppose you're here about cheering, huh?
Well, really, it was more about the pastries to start. We hear great things, and we love to
I'm flattered.
support local business. But yeah, sure. Where are you putting a box together? I mean, maybe some cream, fruit, whatever you got.
Oh, sure. We've got some stuff with cream filling, berry filling,
just a nice smatter, baker's dozen. You know
Sure.
what I mean?
A little bit more on the sweet side. We have some savory stuff as well.
Yeah, I think sweet.
Just sweet? Sure.
Yeah.
If you want to take a look at anything else too, we have on the counters, and the shelving. I like to keep everything on display too.
I'll look casually, but also be looking actively to see if anything kind of hops out.
Sure.
Worth taking a gander at.
With your perception and investigation numbers as they are,
Yeah.
you see scones, donuts, croissants. You see the types of lollipop, like cake pop type things. You see lollipops. You see popsicles in like a little cooler, surrounded by ice.
Yeah.
You realize that those displays switch out probably
Oh,
much
sure.
more often. And there's a
feel
little bit
like-
of a pool under them of they're starting to melt a little bit.
Maybe some lollipops. I think Leysa would like a lollipop. What do you think, Taslinn?
You see jars of
Lollipop, oh, lolly, 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 lollipop.
you see jars of licorice of all colors, all the possible colors and permutations.
Right. I'll take some licorice as well.
Oh, sure.
But yeah, we've new in town, traveling around, and generally seek to as our business, look into things of a certain amount of mystery and try to find a reasonable resolution for people who maybe can't have the ability to do so themselves. So,
I see.
yeah.
Have you been to the clinic, the rest of Eldath?
Yeah, I looked
Oh,
around.
yes.
Yeah, I looked around a bit.
What'd you guys think?
Cleanish, but it seems like a whole lot of weird, mysterious death, which is obviously unfortunate.
They didn't speak ill of me by any chance, did they?
No, not at all. Not at all.
I don't know. I think they have something to do with it. And I'm sorry if this is out of turn. I know
No,
I should be
no.
polite.
Not necessarily. You've been wronged and wronged grievously, and
Just
haven't gotten full satisfaction. So,
with a pattern like that, I mean, how do you not? She works up a little bit. I'm sorry. I'm trying.
well, while you
let me get you guys your stuff. And
yeah, and while you're doing it, just relax and just tell us what you remember. Tell us anything that poked out weird to you.
Thanks. And she starts scurrying around, grabbing the things that you're pointing out and rubbing
Can we
her
also
eye a little
throw
bit.
something salty in there? I like things salty and sweet.
Like nuts.
I mean, I enjoy putting nuts in my mouth, but I'm kind of thinking something a little bit on.
Just looks wistfully.
Something, maybe your favorite salty thing.
Sure. There is a candy bar that I do. I'll get it for you. And she brings it out wrapped, and it's a kind of a hardened icing cream thing with peanuts surrounding it. And the cream itself has a colorful swirl along it. Try it. There's a little bit of a combination between salty and sweet, and it's something I've been trying out. People seem to respond well to it. But not a huge seller. But again, it's a solid kind of it's a solid balance if you want it.
Sure, I'll try it.
Sure.
Yeah. So,
And if you want, I'll give you a second one for free for that one, just so you can pass one to your friend here too, if you wish.
perfect. Driskin.
Yeah.
Tell us what happened to Sharon. We've seen poisons. We've seen beast attacks. What brought him to the rest?
She thinks for a second. Yeah, my poor Chirin. He had a lot of headaches, some migraines even, a lot of head trouble. Just in his time out and about, he's done a little adventuring, a little ferry work, a little fishing work. Whatever he can find to bring in some extra money. My store is probably the more successful of our ventures, and he's just doing what he can to bring in some extra stuff for us. She's rubbing her eye really intensely, like just where her eye would be. But then, I don't know, he just started getting these bad headaches that would put him out for a day or more. It couldn't be out in the light. It would be so dark. Just, when a headache gets so intense.
Certainly. Were they accompanied by dreams, fitful sleep?
No, he's never been a dreamer. And I don't mean that figuratively as a joke or a slight against him. Just sleeps well, and
Yeah.
then wakes up and...
So you think purely physiological, nothing
Yeah.
Not to sound hokey, but mystic or...
No, I mean, and personally, I feel like it's something that they should have been able to fix. Like, something that's continual, habitual. Like, if you can get to the source, you should be able to fix it. I mean, I don't understand. Sorry, again, I'm going to slow down.
Certainly.
I get worked up.
Yeah. Well, he was on the mend, as far as you knew?
As far as I knew, yeah. He was looking... I mean, he still looked pretty exhausted every day, but at the same time, like, the headaches were going away. The medicine, the magic was working.
Right, and when was the last time you saw him? Daytime? When did he pass? Overnight?
It must have been. I stayed with him for a little while on his final night, and I just got too exhausted, so I cleared it with the cleric, the person at the desk, that redhead. I didn't care for her too much.
Oh yeah, what struck you odd about her? What did you notice about her?
I don't know, just she rubbed me the wrong way. And
right. Yeah, well, we don't want to, we know this has been a trying time for you.
Yeah.
Well, we're happy to, enjoy your wares and trust that, we have a certain interest in getting to the bottom of what's going on.
Thank you. I mean, if you find anything, and she leans forward to you, Fetter,
yeah,
I don't have much, but I'll put a little bit of something extra for you guys if you want. Like,
certainly. Well,
just if you whatever you find, just I would love to know. I need to put this to rest. And my poor cheer.
Yeah, and I may drop the sound of my voice ever so slightly, and say, money's not the only currency. There's all sorts of things that could be arranged. But let's not worry about that now.
I have so many questions, and I don't like having these questions.
Let's try to get you answers. What do I owe you for the box?
Maybe 20 silver.
Certainly, and I'll toss a single gold down. And,
awesome.
For your trouble, and let's see what we can do.
Thank you. And she's still rubbing her eye pretty tenderly. Like, at this point, it's maybe more of a tick, but...
Right. I'm sorry, anything... While we're at the rest, anything we can get you for, not to draw attention to it, but...
I'm sorry,
you seem to be favoring your eye. Is there medicine or something we can do to aid you?
No, it's more of a nervous thing. I still have trouble, like, I think it's there still, sometimes. The eye's just closed and it has some weird dull ache. The fucking clerics over there say it's just a phantom thing, but...
Yeah.
Whatever.
Certainly happens, and I'll kind of look down, and I am reflexively in my left hand just kind of spinning a dagger, just okay. Like, and I was like, we all have our ticks,
Yeah.
Helps to get your mind off things, help to keep you centered.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you. Thank you for the pastries. We'll
enjoy, and
we'll stop back by if anything comes up.
Feel free to come back anymore. And I gave your friend an extra one of my special candies that I've been working on.
Fantastic.
Yeah, they're really good.
Can't wait to try it. Thank you.
Oh, awesome. Yeah.
We'll be back.
I've just been silently sucking on it in the corner.
Good day, too.
Yeah, that tracks.
She goes and starts changing out the melting popsicles.
Right. Shall we?
Are we going back to that place?
Perhaps it might behoove us, noting her unease at all of this, maybe let's keep an eye outside, inconspicuously, the comings and goings, and... I'll go back to Yewsif and tell him what we found out.
Sure, you do that.
All right. You want anything out of the box for you?
Nope, I'm good with my candy bar.
Okay, off we go.
Yeah, and it's good. About the equivalent of one of those Reese's Nutrageous things.
Okay.
Yeah. A little less caramely.
All right, and I'll try to head back and try to meet up with them.
You reach the clinic once more, and you find that Yewsif and Leysa are out there milling about, waiting for you guys.
Leysa,
Yes.
I got you a lollipop. How about that?
Thank you. What flavor?
I'm not sure, but it just looked like something that you would enjoy. Pastries, have at it. Fruit.
When he says lollipop, I want to take a look at the stick.
Sure.
Is it similar?
Yes.
Do you want it?
Could I just hold it for a second?
Sure.
Hold it up to the other stick, like they identical?
They match, yeah. Not the same flavor, but they match.
If Grimfo,
Where'd you get that?
I kind of lower my voice. I found this next to Tomas's pillow, along with some red hair.
Yeah.
Long red hair?
Mm-hmm.
Georgina red hair?
Hey, is that
It looks like it.
You know they've all died on her watch.
Right.
Well, she's sometimes the only one there at night.
Yeah, well, that's what Poe was saying, though. They haven't, like, died in the day.
Right. So, I mean, similarly, it seems that Driskin, our widowed friend, was here and left Sharon overnight, and he was dead in the morning. So, I don't know. I'd scout out. I don't want to immediately cast aspersions on Georgina. You know.
I have a question.
Yes.
Did you get the feeling that Sharon was kind of a shitbag?
I mean,
Poe said that a lot of the guys that died, all but Sharon, were constantly hitting on her and Georgina, and she didn't like it.
Really?
Really.
Interesting. I mean, now,
And after meeting Tomas,
right. Different podcast. Actually, not different podcast.
That's totally me with my candy. No,
it wasn't like that. It was like
not.
Nah.
That was like a puke, not a.
Oh,
Okay.
This is not a sausage and ale situation,
Copy.
you guys.
More of a.
This is a Tomas. Oh,
Yes.
God.
Yeah.
Yeah, he seems.
Interesting. So you think that perhaps that these were in some manner justified?
I don't think it's
I
justified
don't think it's
to
justified.
call yourself a nurse or an orderly and kill your patients.
Right.
I think you just let these guys,
Go about there, whatever. Yeah.
there's reasons to kill people, and that's just like not it usually.
Sure. Interesting. So, lest we all assume the butler did it and find ourselves dead in the own
With
port.
the candlestick?
Yes, exactly.
Apparently, Georgina lives down by the Star. What's it called? Or not the Star.
The Shattered Dock.
The docks. The
Port Shatter,
Dock.
yeah.
Port
Port
Shatter
Down
docks.
by Port Shatter Docks.
So
It's on the Shatter Island side, or the Shatterland side of the island.
Right. Well,
I was thinking maybe we could take a stroll down there.
down past the docks. Hold one moment, and I'll pull the old pocket watch out. What time is it?
It's roughly getting on around close to 5 in the evening.
All right, so there's that course of action, but we do have a young man who, if any of this tracks, will be dead by morning. Is that insane to say? So should we keep watch? Yewsif, you were here last night. Perhaps you
She's
can...
going to be his nurse tonight.
Yeah,
I think prevention is the best form of medicine,
correct. Is it better
right?
to...
I mean, you're the one that knows medicine.
Well, I have two theories, one of which would catching up with her in the daytime would be beneficial.
Let's do, that sounds like a great plan.
Right, so
That,
calling
yeah.
upon her before her normal time, disrupting her usual schedule?
Her rest, if you will.
Sure.
There's a good chance I didn't see any blood or any marks, but it might be some type of vampire
Yeah, interesting.
because she's only there during the day. My other thought is possibly a succubus. All these human males that are dying are
Right.
they're gaining more and more fatigue until it's as Tomas described it, it is harder and harder to wake up.
Are they having dreams?
That I don't know.
Yeah, but they seem to say that there was no fitful sleep or dreams when we talked.
Everybody talks about being so tired.
I mean, I also, not to be this guy, but I feel like succubuses and incubi get a bad rap. No, it's
Have you met them?
Absolutely.
contracts and you know what I mean? Like, it's all, it can be negotiated and they just need to eat, you know what I mean? So
Right, no, I get
I don't
that.
want to jump immediately down the, but
I mean,
John, would I-
Fernia is a great succubus. She's wonderful.
She's also
Would
a
I have
demon.
had any experience with vampires or succubi in my past line of work?
In your past line of work,
I mean, they seem like kind of abominations that we would not tolerate.
your order has, but
Yeah.
you've never been sent to
Okay.
fight any or take any down or deal with any. But your mentor, Wally, has, and he's talked about it and described it as unpleasant. He is definitely against succubi and vampire of any kind in more of a dogmatic sort of way. More of just they're all evil no matter what. Shoot first, ask questions later sort of deal.
So you guys are saying you know good succubi.
oh no, I just think that automatically assume based on prejudice and predilection doesn't necessarily track. Seems like a very binary and archaic view of morality, but I digress. So
Is it morality or just nature?
yeah, the case could be made.
Like there's life and there's death, and you don't mess with that.
Concepts of what constitutes life and death.
Well, isn't
fairly vast.
everything about balance? You've got life and death, and We have predators and we have prey.
Yeah. But,
Maybe.
more to a course of action, though. We just got back together, but I feel like the two things we know, our friend is probably not long for this world overnight, and should young Georgina be something that she's not, it would be best to get a jump on her in what little remains of the day. Being on the eastern side of the continent, I can't imagine that's going to be much longer. So, I don't know.
Let's go.
There first, and perhaps we make it back here in time. I just would hate to find ourselves kicking down a door and coming back and finding our friend dead all the same. Does that make sense?
The doctor's going to be here for a while, right? Did they say? No, he's not. He's leaving early tonight.
He's going to try. It might be the better course of action to stay here.
I mean, I fully agree that if we have the chance to get a jump on whatever this thing is during the day as opposed to during the night. But I mean, does someone stay? I hate suggesting this. It seems like a bad distribution of resources, but if we have a very narrow time window, or do we
I
just...
am not staying here.
All right, well, Taslinn, I mean, I know that this place bodily makes you uncomfortable, but what about your fellow? Is there a way that you could perch your raven on a window ledge or something and keep an eye here? I mean, have him report back to us should someone appear or something undue happen to Tomas? Or?
I haven't necessarily tested out distance.
Yeah, worth a shot, maybe? I don't know. Just trying to use all the resources we have at play.
Well, it's true. The problem is if something does go down and you for some reason can't call him back, you'll be weaponless, correct?
I mean, I have spells.
That's true.
And I have daggers. I'm
Also
not
true.
totally weaponless.
Speaking of spells, someone not unfamiliar with the hex, does this effigy, this creation seem, a mommet, seem like some sort of spellcraft, or is this just the idle workings of late night bored caregiver?
The
stick with the hair.
Okay, because I was like,
Yeah.
Is that really an effigy? Because it's...
No, the pieces are separate. The hair is separate
Yeah.
from the...
Yeah, no.
Although depending on how you held it, they might have joined together in your care, but...
No, so it
no,
wasn't-
I think it's just a lollipop stick that has hair stuck to it.
That's less exciting than I was hoping for. All right, well, quickly away.
So are you all going to...
I don't know, something
part-
doesn't sit well
I'll
with me
stay
about that.
behind.
I mean, are you sure? If things go south, I
I'm
feel
really
like...
good at talking, and I'm really good at fighting.
Yewsif, what say you? This is your endeavor?
I feel like if we're going to split things, I'd rather it be half and half, but I'm not the best at tracking, so...
I've got a pretty good eye.
I usually live out in the wilderness, moving around, so I know
The problem is we don't have an exact address for this woman. It might just be better just to wait here. A lot of wasted time and effort trying to find someone in a city that's probably asleep in a room somewhere.
I mean, do we not think that Poe would...
Poe doesn't know. We already asked.
No. That would have made things easier.
She keeps to herself.
Interesting. Worst case, we watch overnight, nothing happens, we follow her home in the morning?
Yep, at the very least.
I mean, again, making a lot of assumptions here about our dear sweet friend Georgina, but...
It's true, and honestly, I might be able to know a little bit more as soon as I see her.
No, well, true.
Also, we can stay and help her if she's by herself.
True, if there is some sort of other
She only knows us as friends.
monstrosity besetting
That's very true.
young Thomas.
We can, well, she won't be due, she's not due in for, 4 hours, 3 hours?
Mm-hmm.
I say we go grab some dinner, and
Head back here around 8?
yeah,
All
I
right.
think that sounds good.
Very good.
Cool. You guys make your way out. Is there anything in particular you're looking for dinner-wise?
I figured go back to the
Yeah, just go back home.
Go back to the home
cross
base.
scimitars and grab a bite there.
Easy enough. You get in there. There's not a huge crowd. Light chatter back and forth. No one seems to pay you any mind,
Right on.
except for Wissam, who's excited to see you.
I want to cut
Hello, well met. Come on in, guys.
What's for dinner, Wisdom?
Got a lot of steaks of various animals tonight.
Ooh, what kind of animals?
Well, some of that aforementioned griffin. It was a huge one. A few other creatures. I actually don't know what the other ones are, to be honest, and I didn't ask.
Yeah.
But they're very good. I've sampled a few, and you can smell it, and you do.
Wissam, is there any crocodile or alligator around here?
We do have a few crocodile sightings around the port, and they kind of pester the boats a bit.
Okay.
Not really supposed to be out there just swimming. One might chomp on your leg or something.
That makes sense,
Yeah.
given the day. All right.
I mean, why would anyone want to swim around anyways?
Sounds
Right?
like it would be not a smart move.
No, not at all. Only a dumbass would go in there.
That also tracks. All right. Well, if you have some alligator, I'll take some of that.
Let me take a look. I think we might. Like I said, there's a lot of different meats. The one I'm proud of the most is griffin. That was an expensive get. Kind of
You know
our,
what? I'll do some sky and turf. I'll give some surf and sky, I suppose. I'll do some griffin and I'll do some gator.
Sure, maybe like a little half and half there. I got you. Cool. Yeah. Goes to the back, starts preparing, but he stops and turns on. What about you guys? The rest of you?
I'm more apt, I think, to drink my dinner, but whatever's clever.
Could I do the griffin white meat, the bird part?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Sure, we got some stuff in that. Yeah. Cool. How about you?
I'm not particularly hungry.
Okay. Yeah. Any drinks? Anything else? I'm gonna do it all in one fell swoop, guys.
Yeah,
Just
whiskey.
Hit me.
Whiskey.
Mead, if you have it.
Mead. All right.
Ale, please.
Ale. Perfect.
As
And-
opposed to like sitting at a table, I just kind of want to wander and kind of eavesdrop of what people are saying, talking about, anything pertinent to
Sure.
what's going on.
Yeah. Wissam goes to retrieve your meal and your drinks. It's gonna take him a little bit. And Fetter, you start wandering around with an ear open. The chatter you hear is not entirely too interesting. There's some political stuff that you get first and foremost about the call for more men, for more swords to join the Storm Court. General cynicism at the need. Do we really need to protect the borders? Is the Dominion that much of a threat? There's also the point of view that the Storm Court is undefeatable. How would they even get up here? The Shattered Lands are ruined. They're impenetrable from either side. And there's talk of more hush talk of the elves and leaning heavily on the racism side of elvish spies. Those elves are angry, sort of thing. A bit offensive, a bit prickly to the ear, but you pass them by. And a few other hits here and there of general goings on. Some people rumor mongering about the deaths that have been happening at the Clinic of Eldath and other things.
Right, nothing that smacks of
Right,
the
a lot
truth.
of unfettered rumors. Just it's a vampire. It's the vampire. It's just some elvish assassin. Those angry elves. All manner of thing and just completely off base.
Yeah.
With no care given, and that's kind of the general gist of the place. Just
Right.
the general humdrum of current events.
Well, it seems like I'll wander back up to everybody. Well, it seems like the masses don't have anything new or accurate to add to what we're trying to do here.
What's the racial makeup of the room?
Assorted, some humans, a couple half elves, and
Like, are human men fairly common?
yeah, they're a little more common here. You don't see
Okay.
nearly as many Asimar. There's none in this place.
Okay.
Given how further south it is, and really the next stop is Dominion territory, a lot more human presence here than you had in Trost.
And is Scoil here?
Do a perception check.
17.
You don't see Scoil in the place. You happen to be looking out the window. The general hum of the place is not really interesting you that much. And you happen to see Scoil walk past and continue on. She looks at the place, kind of and moving past.
Hey, look, it's Scoil.
Yeah, should we, well, it seems she's on her way to somewhere. Should we check in?
Might as well. We did say we would talk to her today.
Certainly.
I run out after her.
I'll, casually walk fast behind you.
Okay, yeah.
With a little bit more
She's not in any hurry, just
composure.
kind
Scoil?
of strolling.
Hey, Scoil.
What? Oh, hey.
Hey.
Hey, you. And you. Hi.
Hello.
Wow.
Well met.
Oh, well, yeah, we were going to meet, weren't we? I'm sorry.
That's all right. We, usually we would join you, but tonight we find ourselves a bit of a moral quandary. Have you heard anything about the
A moral quandary in the Storm Court, you say?
I met a friend of yours today, Poe,
Oh, yeah.
and she was telling me about the stuff going on at the rest of Eldath.
Oh, something to do with those deaths, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Has she talked to you about it? I don't mean to be presumptuous. I don't know. But she talked about going to the bathhouses tonight. I thought it sounded really fun.
Yeah. I mean, we've had a thing in the past.
Yeah.
She might want more than I do, but
Sure, that tracks. We are very curious to sort out these mysterious deaths, and I think may.
well, I'll come in with you guys. I mean, it is getting on in the hours, and you guys came out to see me. I was only just heading there because I had nothing else to do.
Right on. Well,
Yeah, well,
come have
in.
a bite and let's
Yeah,
talk real quick.
Sure, absolutely. She walks back in with you guys and takes a seat with you. Nods to Yewsif. Howdy.
Good evening.
Taslinn.
Hi again.
So, this fella here in the nice suit tells me there's some moral quandaries.
Well, we're trying to solve a series of unfortunate murders.
Yeah, the stuff at the rest of Eldath.
It's quite a series of unfortunate events.
Yeah. A lot of humans, I hear.
Exclusively humans.
Oh, that is interesting.
Human men.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Any of you guys have been tapped to figure out what's going on?
More of a pseudo-professional curiosity.
I mean, if you do any serious work, they're gonna pay you, right? Hopefully.
Yeah, that would,
I might push for it. Just a little.
yeah, certainly.
Yeah.
But again, anything that ingratiates ourselves to the town,
Okay,
perhaps
yeah.
doesn't necessarily require monetary value, but yeah.
Which, I mean, is definitely a good way to think about it. I know things are a little less strict down this side of the Storm Court. It's not like you're up in the capital city itself trying to play goody-goody, you know?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah. I hear it can be kind of
yeah. Well,
boring up there.
if you don't have any strong information about this particular set of circumstances, then perhaps we can just forgo our more proper meeting about travel till the morning.
Oh, sure. And you've talked to parties involved, everyone, I assume?
More or less, yeah.
Okay.
Everyone but Georgina. We haven't really had a chance to talk at length with her.
And she's your prime suspect? You think she might be?
We don't have suspects. We just think she's been present for the most deaths.
Yeah, and
Hmm.
that's
Her and I would probably have a talk in an alley somewhere if I suspected something.
yeah, occurs a certain amount of suspicion. And again, if it is not in fact Georgina, then perhaps we can get answers that will later arrest some of the disgruntled partners of the deceased. So,
Do you know Georgina?
No, not really. I tend to not meddle in any human affairs. They don't interest me nearly as much. Do you need to know where she lives or something?
No.
I mean,
Okay.
if you happen to know.
What is Stoyle again? She
Elf.
elf.
There's a lot more. You know here from wandering around, you don't see too many elves, so she's kind of a bit of a rarity here, versus a lot more half elves and humans.
Well, yeah, Squall, I know you kind of keep eyes on things around town. Anything that you would know might be helpful.
Sure. Do you have a general area where she might be? Like a general vicinity?
She's in the docks, down on the curse side,
The Shatter side.
shatter side.
Okay. I'll walk over there. Gotta make sure that my main contact down there for travel is still up for anything. But yeah, I'll walk down there and I'll kind of poke around.
Yeah, if you
Appreciate that.
see
Yeah.
anything, we'll be at the rest, yeah?
Yeah, just play it careful. I mean, if there's something a little bit more nefarious going on, you definitely don't want to be caught with your pants down.
All right, well, gang. I'll look at my watch again. What times? Because I see the sun starting to...
We're sitting at around the 7-8-ish range.
Well, I would take off probably around 7:30, so we're
Okay.
there before
Yeah.
8.
Shall we
Okay.
wander down?
Well, since we happen to be, and I look over at Fetter, just handing over information. Squale, would you like some company down to that side of town?
Oh, sure. Yeah, more the merrier. I'm just checking in on my boat and go from there. Not my boat, it's someone else's boat, but I mean, if you get my services, well, riding it.
Taslinn, you'll send word should something go awry?
Sure.
Okay.
She stands up, cordially bows, a little bit more sarcastically. Well, my lady, shall we travel?
I equally sarcastically take her hand and stand up.
Oh, how nice. Let us go. Let us leave this place of humanity.
Be sure to do the same thing if you guys see anything. Toodles.
Okay, it's time to clear the air. I'm sorry, ma'am, that you were offended by my rightful claim to the barrel of ale. There. All better? Anyway, something wicked is brewing, I fear, for our heroes. Come back soon, and I'll have more to tell you of these troubling demon days.
Okay, first off, pastries.
Running to the dick? Sorry.
I have a candy bar in the fridge.
It's
Tony's getting it for me.
Audio podcast.
Let's use this point to take a quick break, though.
Fantastic.
We're at the 2-hour mark on the recording, so
Yeah.
Sweet.
I will hit record.
Sorry.
That way I don't
One
have any-
hell to another.
From one of the 9 to another one of the 9.
This is one we actually choose to be in, though.
It's true.
Yeah. And you know what? Frankly, our R9 are, there's good wages, good labor laws, things like that. Good working conditions, despite being hell. It's pretty crazy how that works. Turns out Tomas is the big, bad, evil guy.
Oh,
Just kidding.
Damn it.
Fusion of Dude Bro.
I mean, there is something cathartic about just
He's actually a Tarask made of Dude
killing
Bros.
a fucking dude like that,
Yeah.
but
Just like, go to sleep.
we
Yeah,
don't
man.
need you.
The vestiges of toxic masculinity die with you. Shh.
Oh, yes. Fucker. Any opportunity I have to put them in goofy roles and make fun of them, I will.